here. There you go. All right. So yeah, so I figured if it was going to help my daughter to sleep through the night with a roller bottle, then hopefully it was going to help me with my digestive issues. So Digest Zen was my gateway oil. And so I
Yeah.
started using that, and I was just blown away by how much it was helping me with my symptoms, right? And just with the abdominal pain that I would get, and the bloating, and just that overall feeling of yuck that I would have all the time. And so Digestin was so helpful with that. And from there, I graduated to using Terrazyme, which we'll talk about in just a moment. Terrazyme's a digestive enzyme, which literally changed my life because I wasn't eating any produce at the time. Terrazyme was actually enabled me to start eating vegetables and fruit. And then lastly, lettuce. Lettuce was the worst. Lettuce was just the absolute worst for me. But then I was able to eat lettuce too. So that was really, really exciting for me. And then I graduated to probiotics. And then finally, after a while, I finally tried the Lifelong Vitality. It took me a really long time just because my digestive system was it was in such bad shape. So, it took a long time to get there. So I had to understand it's going to take a long time to repair it. And so I just needed to have that grace and have that patience, and trust in trust in the plants and this nature medicine that it was going to do its work. And it did. So I'm not on any medication, where I used to live a life that it was not unusual for me to have to go to the ER for pain relief. I haven't had to do that ever since I started doTERRA. So I am just so thankful for these oils. I'm so thankful to Stephanie. I pretty much bow down to her. I am at your mercy. I am here to do your bidding, whatever you need me to do, because I really have this passion to be able to pass this on to folks. And it doesn't have to be something major that, like I was dealing with, or Flani, that you're dealing with. It could be something as simple as like it was getting my daughter to sleep through the night. That can be life changing for some people, right? It was certainly life
Right.
changing for us.
Yeah.
Our sleep, but it just some other ways we can help each other, through all the things that I'll be talking to you about with this. Okay, so I'll share my screen again here, and we'll get this started. Okay, play that. All right, so by the end of this class, we're going to know 3 cool things about the oils. We're going to know 3 ways to use them, and we're going to make sure you guys know how to get them into your home at a big fat discount as well, right? So as we're talking about this, you can share it in the chat if you'd like, or you can always interrupt me. I totally don't mind that as well. And just think about those 3 top health concerns that you may have. Like for me, it was digestive. For other folks, it may be maybe headaches, or maybe allergies, or maybe you have something else going on. Keep those in the forefront of your mind. And then 2, as you may be taking notes, you can think of other people that may pop up in your head as we're talking about things, and you'll think, oh, my sister could really use this, or my dad could really use this, or my dog suffers from this. We can use oils on our pets too. So just think about that, and you can make some notes along the way. But firstly, I want to make sure I cover the Lifelong Vitality. This one took me a couple of years before I started, because I was actually terrified to start the vitamins. I just mentioned I wasn't able to eat any produce, right? And I knew that the Lifelong Vitality were all completely plant-based. There's no synthetics, there's no preservatives. It's all completely pure plant-based ingredients in there. And that's why it terrified me to start it, because I knew when I ate that stuff, I didn't end up feeling very good about it. But with this stuff, obviously, I'm using the Digestin and the Terrazyme and the probiotics and all that stuff. I really prepped my body really well, and I started taking these Lifelong Vitality, and I did it slowly. So if you're not taking Lifelong Vitality yet and you want to try it, I really strongly recommend you start off slowly And then you build up from there, because again, it's pure plant-based goodness in here. And so sometimes that can take some time for your body to adjust to it. When we're taking synthetics and preservative laden stuff, your body doesn't really recognize that those ingredients. So it pretty much just eliminates it. And, it does affect our endocrine system and our immune system and all that stuff. But our bodies don't recognize those ingredients to do what we actually want them to do, right? But this stuff, when it's plant-based, your body's like, oh, yes, I realize what these are and I know what to do with this. So it does the work for us, right? So check it out. Tons of antioxidants in here, tons of vitamins and minerals. The alpha CRS is for cellular renewal. That's what the CRS is, cellular renewal system. And this is just energy ingredients in there, oil ingredient. Well, the oils, it's the plant-based version of frankincense. It's the actual resin that's in there. The Microplex VMZ are all your daily vitamins and nutrients that you're supposed to be getting, and the XC Omega, right? We all need our omegas for our eyes, our skin, our nails, our brain health. And then there's essential oils in the omegas as well. So, and then if you're vegan or vegetarian, there's a vegan option as well. So we want to make sure we get everybody included. But check it out. I really hope you guys get a chance to try those. It's really, really incredible. It's completely changed for me. I don't actually have to use the oils as much as I used to, because the oils were helping my symptoms. But now that I have the LLV and I take that every day, it's changing everything for me. It's giving me that foundational health. So I actually don't need the oils as much anymore. Does that make sense? When you're setting everything on that foundational support, and you're making it stronger, than other things that you just don't need as much anymore, right? So hopefully you guys will experience the same thing. You just feel better overall. Inflammation is more controlled. You'll hopefully be able to sleep better, and you'll have more energy, okay? All right, so let's talk about 3 cool things about essential oils. 1, they're safe. As long as they're used properly, they're safe to use, right? They are really potent. They're about 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs, right? We were talking about oregano earlier, how powerful that oil is. But another really great example is peppermint. I have my peppermint here. A fun way to experience peppermint, if you ever need an energy boost, peppermint is a really great way to do it. You can just take a drop in the palm of your hand, right there. 1 drop is equivalent to about 27 cups of tea. All right. So if you ever think about, I want to have a cup of peppermint tea to help soothe my stomach, I'm not feeling really well, right? Well, what do you want? You want 27 cups of tea to help that stomach ache, or do you want 1 drop of peppermint? I think I'd probably go with the drop of peppermint. It's a lot quicker, right? So I have that. Remember, don't use your fingers, because in case you poke your eye or you pick your nose when nobody's looking, you don't want peppermint up there. It's really kind of spicy, right? So rub it in there, breathe it in, cup it over your nose and your mouth. Oh man, and you take a deep breath, and you'll feel your chest expanding. You'll feeling your lungs expanding and getting all that oxygen in there. It's an immediate energy boost. It just really wakes up the brain, right? And so then if you're like us and you're in Northern California, where it's feels like you're in a fire pit every day of the summer, rub it on the back of your neck. It can be very cooling, right? Rub it on the back of your neck. Rub it here. That really helps to calm everything down. And then if you want to taste it, just swipe it, and then you give it a little taste, and it'll help freshen your breath too, right? And that's all from 1 drop of peppermint. You can experience it all 3 ways like that. And it's really, really powerful and potent. Peppermint is really great for your respiratory system. Remember, like breathing it in, it helps to open the airways in your lungs. It's very energizing. So if you need that afternoon pick me up, a lot of folks love to add it to their water. Maybe you like to add it to your tea as well. Some folks even like to add it to their coffee. It's very cooling for the body. And then of course, everything digestive can be really, so this just happened to me last week. Last Wednesday, I was hosting a team meeting, and I was interviewing another person in doTERRA. And so I'm the host of the meeting. I can't go anywhere. But do you ever get nature's call when you're somewhere and you can't answer nature's call? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So nature was knocking, and she was knocking really hard. And I couldn't leave the meeting because I'm hosting this and I'm in the middle of an interview. So thankfully I had my peppermint right there. So all I did was, I never said a thing. Nobody even knew what was going on. I just took the lid off. I took my finger like that. I swiped it on my tongue, and immediately all that rumbling and stuff that was going on in my stomach just settled down. It was like I sent a message back to Mother Nature and said, I'm just going to have to get back to you in a few minutes after I'm done with this meeting. Right. And so it was so fantastic. I was so grateful to have that right there. These are everyday problems that we have that we want these natural solutions for. And I just love the oils for this. It just worked just like that. And I was able to get through that meeting. I wasn't sweating any buckets, suffering through any of those terrible symptoms, and was able to take care of everything afterwards. Isn't that cool? I love being able to have these solutions like that. Okay. So that's the first cool thing. Using it safely is still very effective. Just, safety first with everything, right? Okay. So it is effective. I love this. A great example, like it's on there, is On Guard. I have my On Guard here. On Guard is a blend of oils that help support your immune system. So there's clove, cinnamon, rosemary, orange. That's all in here, and it's really great for immune system. If you ever have a sore throat and you want to knock that sucker out, because nobody's got time to be sick, right? This is what I love to do. I know I just had my peppermint, but I'm going to do this too. I love to do this. So just with my pinky finger, I'm going to put it right over the top, the orifice there, just enough of a drop, right on my pinky, and put it right on the back of my tongue. Try and get it way far back, as far as you can without losing your lunch, but get it right back there, because the clove works as a natural anesthetic. So you remember when you used to have a sore throat and we'd grab those soothing throat sprays and we'd spray that in the back of our throat, right? Yeah, you don't need to do that anymore. You've got your On Guard, and your On Guard can do that for you, okay? And it's all natural. You don't have to worry about whatever preservatives and stuff are in those sprays, right? On Guard can do it, and it's really effective. So one of the things I was going to tell you, Flonnie, about before, we were talking about oregano, and this is where it's really cool. So you see that picture of the cell there, right? So we think of a cell, I think of an M&M candy, right? You've got the inner chocolate that's surrounded by that candy coating, right? That's a perfect example of our cells. So when we have viruses, the virus lives in the chocolate, okay? And it's really hard for pharmaceuticals to break through that candy coating to get inside to the chocolate to kill the virus. Are you with me? So now that we have the oils, because the oils are plant-based like us, we all talk to each other a lot better that way, right? There's no synthetics, right? So there's no miscommunication. So oregano and tea tree, I call sister oils. And so they go in and they're the battle queens. So what happens is tea tree breaks open that candy shell, and oregano goes into the chocolate and kills the virus. Okay, so those two work really beautifully together. So when you're sick and you need some help with that, On Guard's going to be really great, because you can look up tons of tests that have been done, loads of studies out there that have been done about clove and cinnamon, and nothing lives around those. Okay, they're antibacterial and antiviral as well, and nothing survives around that. So that's why when you're really consistent with On Guard, when you have a sore throat, consistency is key. Not doing it one time isn't going to kill everything. It takes time. So doing it consistently every couple of hours, getting that drop right on the back of your tongue, should be able to knock out that sore throat in one day. Okay. All right. Now they're affordable as well. It feels like a big investment at first though, right? Like, whoo, that hurt my pocketbook a little bit much, right? I totally get it. I was there with you too, right? But here's the thing. these oils are so versatile. You're not using them for just one thing, right? When you buy a Tylenol or a Motrin from the store, it's only good for one thing, right? You can't use it for a variety of things. With the oils, you can use them for a variety of things, right? And they really do, when you put it price per drop and how many drops you're really going to need over a period of time, it's a lot less. So for example, lavender. Lavender is so great for calming and anything skin, really great for allergies, right? So you've got that one bottle of lavender that was 20 bucks and you're using it for multiple different things. So all those things that you had in your medicine cabinet, that one for burns, one for headaches, one for sleep, one for allergies, you had a shelf full of all these different things to tackle all these different problems. Now you have one bottle that takes care of everything. Does that make sense? So it ends up costing a lot less because you're using just one thing. But another way to look at it is, like if you do happen to, maybe it's an earache, right? Oh, hello, there's another person coming. Yay. Maybe it's an earache, right? And you don't want to turn it into an infection, but it could be an infection, right? That's going to take time. You have to take time off, go to the doctor. If it's not for you, it's for your child. If it's for your child, now you have to take time off of work to take your child to the doctor. It's time is money, right? Now you've got your copay. Now maybe it's an antibiotic. Maybe it's another drug to put in, the ear and fight it, all this stuff. It's a mess, right? Or you could just use tea tree. Some drops of tea tree on a cotton ball, put the cotton ball in the ear, let it sit there. You're never put oil drops directly in the ear. We never want to do that, right? Remember, safe use. When you use your oils safely, they're really effective. So you'd put the drops on the cotton ball, put it right, let the cotton ball sit in your ear. And then you can also rub it right on the ear bone, right on the outside of the ear, and rub it down the lymph nodes. And it's that consistency, right? Every couple of hours, you're going to change out that cotton ball and you're going to keep putting it in there. And you can add some lavender to it to help it make a little calming. Lavender is also great to help ease pain. So you can put tea tree and lavender on there, do it for a day or two, and I'll bet you anything that earache will be gone, right? And there's tons of different oils that can help out as well that are just as effective. So maybe if you're not a lavender fan, basil will work. And if you're not a basil fan, there's going to be another one that can work, right? So these are all really cool ways to be able to use them, okay? All right, so that was 3 cool ways to, three cool things about oils. Now we're going to learn about the 3 ways to use them. It's going to look familiar because it's what I just did with the peppermint, right? We used it aromatically. Flonnie's got her diffuser going on right there. I've got my diffuser here. Diffuser is that wonderful aromatic use, but I did it with my hands with that peppermint, right? That's aromatic use. Just breathe. I can still really smell it. That's aromatic use. Aromatic is one of the most effective ways to use the oils because it goes directly in. It doesn't have to be processed by any other body system in there. It's immediate by our brain. Our brain recognizes the smell and knows exactly what to do with it. Even if you can't smell right now, lots of folks have been losing their sense of smell. It's okay. Your brain will still recognize it. You may not be able to smell it, but your brain does. Did you know that a lot of our organs have smell receptors on them? I kid you not. I would not lie to you guys. I've been doing this a long time. We found out a lot of really fascinating things, and your organs can actually smell. It's really cool. I Google it. So anyway, aromatic is a really effective way. It's just really immediate on the brain. Okay, here's a great example. Say you are house shopping and you walk into a house that was not properly cleaned and it does not smell good. Are you going to remember that house in a good light? Probably not. Or maybe you're going to let your dog out into the backyard and you smell a skunk. Do you have an immediate reaction to that, or do you have to wait for your body to process what that smell is? I bet you react immediately to that skunk smell. You probably react faster to it than your brain actually tells you that's a skunk smell, right? Your body just instinctively reacts to it before you realize what's going on, right? Yeah, so that's why aromatic use is, oh, where did my, here we go. That's why aromatic use is so effective. I just wanted to see that. Oh, the diffuser. That's what you're talking about, Beth. Okay, good. I'm glad you got it. All right, cool. All right, so we good on aromatic. Aromatic, I'll just leave you with this too. Aromatic is also a really great way to use your essential oils to affect everyone in the house, right? So using our essential oils for us is really great, right? But don't be selfish with it. Use your oils in your diffuser, and maybe you can affect everybody else, not just, you know, helping to support their respiratory system and their immune system and stuff, but hopefully will affect their mood as well. And we want to uplift everybody's mood, right? Everybody be happy, have that diffuser going. Okay, so topical use is next. So topical, this is where I really recommend for everybody. You're going to get quite a variety of responses when it comes to topical use, because we have a lot of rebels out there. Stephanie is one of them. She likes to use oils straight from the bottle, and that's fine, but everybody's different, right? And so remember, I really try to promote safe use of oils. And safely using oils means that you're going to dilute when using topically, right? So I know I used my peppermint straight on my skin, right? But there are areas of your skin that are less sensitive than other areas. And that's going to be the palms of your hands and the bottom of your feet. The skin there is just thicker and it's just not as sensitive, even though you might be really ticklish there. Okay. The skin is thicker and it can take it a little bit better, right? So that's one of the reasons why we always recommend, especially for babies, that you always use the bottom of their feet, because the rest of their skin is so fragile. It's so new, right? So you want to be careful. So always when you're using oils, dilute using them topically. It doesn't mean you have to use a carrier oil like fractionated coconut oil. You can use a lotion or a cream or something like that and rub it into your skin that way, okay? All right, and then there's internal use. You saw me do that with peppermint and with On Guard, right? I used it internally, but there are loads of essential oils that I absolutely adore, and I really, really love their health benefits. But honestly, I cannot stand the taste or the smell. They're gross. I mean, let's face it, geranium, I'm sorry, I know loads of people love geranium. I can't stand it. It stinks. It just, oh. It's a beautiful flower. I don't ever want to smell it. It's really gross. But you know what? It has just a boatload of health benefits to it. So I love getting the health benefits of oils, even though I may not like the taste or the smell. And so having the internal use is just a really great option for that. So you can get veggie caps from doTERRA. They're really good quality. I've tried other veggie caps through stores like Sprouts and Whole Foods. That's great in a pinch, but the ones from doTERRA are really good quality, because what ends up happening is sometimes they can crack or they just fall apart. And especially if you put a couple of drops of oregano or something in it, oof, that's a mess to have those capsules break. And you do not want that to break when it's in your mouth, because some of those oils are really, really hot. So make sure the capsules that you get are really good quality, okay? All right. So let's talk about a few of these essential oils. So we're going to talk about lemon. So lemon's a great citrus one. It's really, really popular because it's so yummy in water. Just remember, anytime you're using any essential oils to drink, any of the citrus ones, citrus are really great cleansers. They eat through anything synthetic. And so plastics are synthetic, right? So it's going to eat through that. So make sure it's stainless steel or glass when you're consuming any of the citrus oils. I love tangerine. I have tangerine in here. Okay, so if you want to help with, if you want some help with any cleaning, lemon, or any of the citrus oils are going to be really great. They have a constituent in there that helps to break down grease and oil, greasy types of oil, right? They have it can really break it. Like even if you get gum in your hair, stuff like that, citrus oils are going to be the one that you go to for that. Just also remember, what big promoter of using oils safely. Citrus oils are photosensitive in the sun. So if you want to use citrus oils topically, which I understand people would because they're really great for your skin, you just have to be careful not to put them where the sun shines, because they are photosensitive that way. So always dilute when using them topically, but citrus oil specifically, make sure you're putting them somewhere where it is not exposed to the sun. So back of your back, your spine is also another really great place to utilize your oils, because all your nerve endings come into your spine. And so that's a great way to travel throughout your body. Okay. So unless you're sunbathing, you're probably not exposing your back to the sun there, okay? So we talked about digestin earlier. That was my gateway oil, right? Digestin is a blend of oils that are all great for your belly. So peppermint and caraway, fennel, anise, I'm missing a couple of other ones, but those are all in there to help. Ginger, I think ginger as well. So those are all really great oils for your digestive system. Really helps to relieve all the side effects that you could be experiencing, bloating, gas, heartburn, all the wonderful stuff that we can all deal with from time to time. So digestin would be really great if you have any kind of chronic digestive issues going on. It's also, despite it being my favorite oil, I cannot stand the taste or the smell of it. So this is when I use those veggie caps, and I can just utilize it internally and get the same benefit from it, okay? Some people love it in their water. If you love black licorice, then most likely you will love digestin. It'll be probably one of your favorites, okay? Frankincense. So anybody have some really great experiences with frankincense, please feel free to let us know in the chat. I would love to see that, or any of the oils for that matter. I'd love to hear about it. Frankincense, we have dedicated entire classes just to this one oil because it's so powerful. There's a great expression. We always say, when in doubt, get your Frank out, because it's possible that Frank can just take care of about everything. So it's really powerful. It's really beautiful. It's such a mild aroma. And I would say anything brain related, anything stemming from the brain, frankincense is the one that you want to go to for that. Okay. Very calming, helps people with any, if you have anxiety issues, anxiousness, depression, things like that going on, frankincense may be able to help you with that. A really great, quick way to use it is by putting a drop or two under your tongue. It's a quick way to get into your bloodstream that way. All right. And frankincense is also really great for anything having to do with the skin. So if you have any breakouts happening, any injuries, scarring, things like that, frankincense can help with that. It just takes time. Consistency, again, is going to be really key. We have loads of testimonies about that with frankincense as well. And it's really interesting too, if you go to pubmed.gov, that's a central site that hosts thousands and thousands and thousands of studies that have been done on all sorts of drugs and medications, and there are essential oils in there as well. So if you search frankincense there, you will come up with all sorts of hundreds and hundreds of studies that have been done on frankincense. They get really hard to read because it's really heavily science-based. So the best way to get around that is just to read the introduction and the conclusion. And that way you can get the gist of what happened with it, okay? All right, let's talk about deep blue. So deep blue is really fantastic for folks that are dealing with any type of muscle aches and pains, or maybe you're dealing with joint pain and discomfort. You're dealing with head tension as well. Frankincense would be great for that, but so is deep blue. It has wintergreen, and wintergreen in there is a really great pain reliever. So it's a blend of oils in there, but wintergreen is going to be the one that you smell the strongest in there. Okay. So it's kind of a doTERRA's version of Icy Hot. If you're familiar with that product, it's just that this one is natural. So you don't, there again, no preservatives, no synthetics in there, just straight essential oils. And again, because of that wintergreen in there, that can be a bit spicy on the skin. If you're using it straight from the bottle, please, please, please be sure to dilute when using topically. When you dilute oils, that does not make them any less effective. So I don't want you to be concerned about that. They're still just as effective when you dilute topically. Here are the main factors with that. When you dilute topically, you're one, helping to reduce any skin sensitivity with it, right? We're all different, so we all react differently to different stimuli, right? So some people can just use oils straight from the bottle and have no issue with it. Some people can use oils from the bottle and they might have a reaction to it. Diluting your essential oils will help to reduce that. Okay, so you're saving your skin and protecting it that way. Two, it also helps it to absorb in more slowly, right? You don't want it to be a shock to the system, because that could be another reason why you might have a reaction to it, right? So let it absorb in more slowly, and that can help it be more effective. And then three, you're protecting your investment that way when you do it, when you dilute, because these, you want these around for a while and you want to make sure that they work really well. Well, oils are volatile aromatic compounds, which means that once they're exposed to oxygen in the air, they start to evaporate. So once it's out of the bottle and it touches your skin, it will start to evaporate. When you dilute, it protects it and it stays there, so it does not evaporate, right? So is that a good case for diluting? Hopefully. Okay. So yeah, Deep Blue is one of those. You want to put it on your area of concern wherever you're having any discomfort. So anywhere the muscles and stuff. A lot of folks, athletes, love to use Deep Blue proactively. They'll use it before and after a workout to help avoid any consequences of that. Okay. All right. Breathe. Breathe, for its namesake, is your respiratory blend. So that has peppermint and eucalyptus and a bunch of other oils in there that are all intended for your respiratory support. So the cool thing about this is, and one thing I want you to remember, when you want help breathing, you can think of your tree oils. So if you don't have peppermint or breathe around, look for any of your tree oils, right? Because what do trees give us? Do you guys remember what trees give us? They give us oxygen, right? So it's no coincidence that the tree oils are the ones to help support our respiratory system. See how that all works? It's a beautiful thing, our Mother Nature, right? Trees kind of look like our lungs too, right? Isn't that cool? So yeah. So breathe is for our respiratory system, really help to open up your lungs and your sinuses. If you got sinus pressure and stuff, you can roll breathe right across your sinuses. Here's a little tip for you. Digestin can also help with that. So if you don't have breathe around and you've got some clogged sinuses, Digestin might be able to help you, okay? So use your breathe. If you've got somebody that snores, including your dog, throw breathe in the diffuser. Breathe again. When somebody's snoring, it means their airways are clogged up. We need to get those open. So throwing some breathe in the diffuser may help to open those airways, even for your dog, and help them to breathe a little bit better. And maybe you'll get a peaceful night's sleep, right? Okay, balance. Balance is another blend of oils. And this one is so fantastic. It has frankincense and some more tree oils in there. The other wonderful thing about trees is they're very strong and sturdy, right? So when we want to feel calm and relaxed and we want to be strong, think of balance. It has that frankincense in there and it's just very calming and relaxing. Now, if you want to kick it up a notch, mix your balance with orange. And this is an amazing gift. So you can get a bunch of roller bottles. I like to get the 5 milliliter roller bottles. It's half the size of the normal roller bottles you get from doTERRA. These are 10 milliliter bottles. So I'll get 5 milliliter bottles and I'll put in 8 drops of balance and 10 drops of orange, and then fill the rest with fractionated coconut oil. And those are always a big hit as gifts. because it just smells amazing. People like to use it as a personal perfume. It appeals to both men and women, and it's just really great to help with just overall mood. Okay. Orange by itself can be very energizing, very invigorating. It's amazing in your water. And another really great tip for using orange is if you ever have kids or even just for yourself, really, and maybe you've got some apples laying around that you're not motivated to eat. Get a glass bowl or stainless steel bowl. You're going to put 1 drop of orange for each apple. Put the drop of orange in there, put some ice water in there, and then you're going to slice up your apples into some wedges and then let it soak in that orange water. Let me tell you, that apple is going to taste so amazing. Even the kids will eat it. Okay, so get that in there and hopefully you'll have some luck. Oh, feeding the kids. We've got somebody else joining in here. Okay. All right. And then so the next one we'll talk about is adaptive. So adaptive is a blend of oils. It's got orange and magnolia, copaiba, lavender, neroli. Those are all in there. It's amazing. It smells so good. Does anybody have any experience with adaptive yet? You can just put it in the chat if you want. Beth, would you get? Does the USB aroma diffuser always have to be plugged in to use it, or does it work without being plugged in? So it's not a battery powered one, Beth, but it is a USB. So yes, it would have to be plugged in order for it to work. Yeah. Okay. So adaptive is great for any time you need help calming the chaos. Okay. So I said magnolia is in there, right? Magnolia is very similar to lavender. You know how lavender we like to use when we need things calming and relaxed? Well, that is because it has a chemical constituent in there called linalool. And linalool is what helps you to relax. Well, magnolia has 3 times the amount of linalool that lavender does. And so that's why that's in this blend. Okay. So it's very calming, very relaxing. It's not meant to put you to sleep, although it could help you to go to sleep if you need some help being, calm and relaxing. But adaptive is really great for that. I've had a lot of testimonies from teachers who have been using adaptive, not just for themselves, but in their classrooms, just helping to calm the chaos in a classroom. This has been really popular over the past year during all the chaos of homeschooling stuff, of parents using adaptive, trying to help support their kids and just dealing with all the change, right? It's been really hard on everybody. So it's been really helpful, not just for the teachers, but for the kids as well. So for the kids, I like to get them their own roller bottle. It does come in the roller bottle form. So I get that and I give it to the kids. That way they're empowered and they can use it as they need it, right? So, and the kids always love, when the kids have a choice, they're more motivated, right? Okay. And copaiba, you guys, copaiba is just amazing. And we're going to have a class dedicated just to copaiba and the endocannabinoid system next week, Monday on the 16th. I hope you guys will come back and join us. Okay. It'll be at 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock Pacific time. So do the math and for your time zones, wherever you're at. But copaiba will have a whole class dedicated just to this next week, Monday, because of its complexity. It's so wonderful and so amazing, and it can help out in so many different ways. It justifies having an entire class. So copaiba affects your central nervous system, which means it can help with all the discomfort that you may be feeling from any kind of aches and pains. It can help settle you down for sleep. And it's just really great and calming. And it's very mild. So it's not a strong aroma to it at all. It's very mild, and it, internally is a really effective way to use it. I used to give this to my daughter. She would take a drop under her tongue before bed, and once her head would hit the pillow, she would just be out. It was really rude. She takes it in a capsule now because she likes to copy me and take my capsule that I use for myself at night. So now I have to make her one. So I just put it in the capsule for her. All right, like mother, like daughter. What are you going to do? So that's what we get when we share a bathroom. So all good. All right. So you guys know about the 3 ways to purchase your oils, right? You can buy retail, but who wants to pay retail? It's expensive. And then when you can get it at a discount, why not, right? So you get a wholesale membership and you get it at 25% off. That's cool, right? So I kind of think of it like a Costco membership. If I'm going to pay for Costco, I can definitely pay for doTERRA, right? doTERRA is a lot cheaper than Costco anyway. So it's the same idea. And it's cool because all the things that I can get through doTERRA, I don't have to buy at the store anymore. So my toothpaste, my mouthwash, my vitamins, my shampoo and my conditioner, all the other supplements that I use, I don't have to go to the store for that anymore. I love being able to buy that from doTERRA. I get it at a discount, plus I'm earning points back. And those points back is like that wholesale plus points for free products. I don't ever have to pay for my oils anymore because I get my laundry detergent and my soap and all that stuff through doTERRA. I pay for that and it gets me my points, and all my oils for me are free. Even the expensive frankincense, myrrh, and helichrysum and rose, I don't ever have to pay for any of those. I use my points to get all of those for free. So that's how you can get those into your home. So, when you join us, you get all sorts of benefits from our team. I happen to think we have a pretty awesome team. I know I might be a little biased, but we we are pretty much like a family here. We are really, really blessed to have a group of really, really beautiful people that I just feel so honored to be a part of with this group. What we love to do for you is we hope that we can make you feel just as welcome as part of the family. So you'll get hopefully a welcome packet from your advocate that invited you here. You'll get a personal consultation to make sure that we can help set up a personal protocol just for you for your particular health needs. You'll get access to our special education group, which is that OP&Q, stands for Oils, Products, and Questions. So we have posts there just about every day, all sorts of continuing education information. We have Wellness Wednesdays, and we'll do special Friday events, and we have our Monday classes, and Stephanie will have some giveaways. Tipster Tuesdays, and Paula comes on to do some DIY videos and stuff. We are able to utilize our whole team to help provide you some really great information. So make sure you get in on that. And then just our ongoing support with these classes as well. We have Monday classes. We have 2 classes every Monday. And then I also teach Saturday classes as well. That information is always posted at the top of the OP&Q page. So make sure you go check that out. You want to make sure you get the right Zoom link for each class, okay? So there's some really great ways to get started if you don't have your wholesale account yet. They've created these kits to help you just make everything that much easier. And all these kits include your membership fee. So that's all waived. You don't have to pay for that separately. This is my favorite way to get started, is with the Healthy Habits Kit. Now that I have my experience with Lifelong Vitality, I like to tell everybody, do not wait to get started with your vitamins. Get started right away. And you start with 1 pill of each. So a full dose is 4 capsules of each, but you don't want to do that right away. You want to start off slowly. So 1 of each, and then you build up from there. You just give your body some time to adjust to it, right? You'll get the probiotic and the Terrazyme. The Terrazyme is that digestive enzyme, really great for skin, really great for allergies, whether it's seasonal allergies or internal allergies. Terrazyme can be really helpful, and it's also fantastic for digestive health. You'll get the Deep Blue Rub. And remember, we talked about the Deep Blue is really great for your aches and pains and things like that are going on. And then you get the top 5 oils. You'll get tangerine, lavender, frankincense, balance, and On Guard. And so that's all in there. And with the discount, you basically get all the oils free. So it's a pretty good deal, right? And then also, if you've got some new folks that are joining, this kit will qualify you to get 50 points back through doTERRA that you can put towards more free stuff. So it's a really generous plan right now. This is the most popular essential oil kit. It's the Home Essentials kit. You'll get that petal diffuser that comes with it, which is really fantastic. And you'll get all the oils that we just talked about in class. That all comes in there. And again, this one would qualify you to get the $50 back towards free products that you get to choose. You're not stuck with whatever doTERRA chooses. You get to pick what you want to use it for. So that's pretty cool. And then there's this Cura collection. This one's really cool. This is a new one. And this one's really fun because if you want to take your oils to the next level, This is a really great kit to do that with, where it's all put together at a discount. It'll save you money. And if you're a new person, again, it will waive the membership fee as well and still qualify you toward with the $50 back. But this is really a great way to just kind of replace everything in your medicine cabinet. You've got the On Guard lozenges for sore throats, or you can just use the On Guard bottle. Peppermint beadlets are really great. And if you don't, peppermint beadlets are a third of a drop of peppermint. It's in a little beadlet. You can pop it right in your mouth to freshen your breath, but it also helps your tummy at the same time. There's the Breathe stick. That's like, you remember Vicks Vapor Rub, right? So there's the Breathe stick. That's the same idea, but there's no petroleum in it. So that's pretty fantastic. Correct X, I happen to have that right here. Correct X is doTERRA's version of Neosporin. Again, no petroleum in it. All the great skin essential oils are in there. No petroleum. It's an ointment that you would put on a cut or a scrape or something like that, and you put a Band-Aid over it and it'll heal and it will reduce the scarring as well. Terrazyme, Digestin, those are your belly help in there. Serenity for sleep help. The Deep Blue Polyphenol, that's in there as well. That's like what you would reach for anything over the counter that you would take for any kind of pain, right? So any capsules that you would take for that, that's what the Deep Blue is for. And then all the oils are there as well. And you do get a frankincense, which I think is really, really amazing. Okay, so that's that Cura collection. And then these are the August specials. All month long in August, you can get spearmint at 15% off. Spearmint's a really great alternative if you're not a fan of peppermint. Maybe you'll like spearmint and you'll get the same benefits that way, right? So spearmint is really great. And I find that the kids like it better too. Spearmint's fantastic in your water. Blend it with, I like spearmint and lemon together. That's really good. And then it's really amazing in the diffuser as well. Everybody loves the smell of that, right? Kind of like bubble gum. Who doesn't like that? Motivate, you can get for free this month with your loyalty rewards. If you place a 125-point order by the 15th, so we have a week left for that, then you can get Motivate for free. And that one's really fantastic. There's a couple of limited time oils that are available. They're not normally offered for sale. So this is the only way you can get it is through these limited time offers. So grab those. It's Harvest Spice and Stronger. Those are really great. If you're impatient for fall, grab your Harvest Spice. But if you really need some immune support help, Stronger would be a really good one to have. It has rose, frankincense in there. There's one other one, I can't remember what it is, but they're all really good immune support oils in that one. There's the Citrus Duo, and that one is available as well. That are two oils that are not normally available. It's the red and yellow mandarin. Really beautiful, amazing citrus oils. And the cool thing about this is these two oils you get, and 100% of the purchase price goes towards the Healing Hands Foundation. And the Healing Hands is a nonprofit organization that doTERRA started, and that does philanthropic work all over the world. It's really, really amazing. Go to healinghandsfoundation.org and you can, look there in detail about all the work that they do. They do work here, right here in the United States, as well as work in countries all over the world. It's really, really remarkable what they do. And then of course, because everybody's going back to school in some form or fashion, or somebody that's doing it, there's the On Guard collection. I know we all want some immune support help. So it's On Guard soap, and it's the On Guard hand sanitizers. Remember, it's the clove and cinnamon in there, and nothing can live around clove and cinnamon. So that's why those hand sanitizers and the soap work really well, but now you've got the wipes too. So if you're out and about and you're touching all sorts of things, maybe have an On Guard wipe on hand to wipe down surfaces and help it keep it nice and clean for you, okay? All right, so contact the person that invited you here in case you haven't had a free personal consultation, and let them know that you would like that, and they'll be more than happy to do that. And if you don't know who that is, that's cool too. I can help you out. Just shoot me a text and I'll find out who that person is for you, okay? All right, you guys, that's class. Thank you so much for joining us.